Bizzarp.
Hey! Welcome to the Bizzarp podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Davey.
I'm Marc.
I'm Amanda.
And we have a very special guest with us tonight, Mother Creepypasta.
Hey!
Go ahead and plug.
Okay.
Plug.
Hello, I'm Mother Creepypasta. I narrate short horror stories on YouTube. If you didn't know what creepypastas were, basically it's a short horror story. So go check out my channel. It's youtube.com/mothercreepypasta. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Tonight we're talking Disney. They had an expo called D23 a couple weekends ago, and they dropped a ton of exciting information. Everything from Star Wars to Marvel and Kingdom Hearts 3 was covered, and we've got all of that for you right here. We're also debuting a new segment called Lay You Down by the Hearthstone, where we whisper sweet nothings in your ear about our favorite online card game. And as always, we'll also be bringing you some geek news. The Bizzarp podcast is part of the Bizzarp Network. You can find this podcast and other goodies at bizzarp.com, and that's bizzarp.com. You can also email us at feedback@bizzarp.com. So, this is the first time we've had 4 people on the podcast. This is exciting. How are you guys doing?
Okay.
Sounded so excited right there,
That
Marc.
bad, huh?
I'm alright.
He's fine, and I'm fine too.
Had a long week at work.
Oh god. Let's not get started. Let's not get started on that.
Don't get
All
him
right.
started.
Jeez.
If anybody else is listening to the show, you might notice we called it Bizzarp Podcast this time. We're going to change the name. Just a little bit of a marketing move on our part, and we'll also be releasing this every Friday from now on. So, some exciting changes for us here. And this is also really exciting. My lovely wife Amanda is on the show.
Hello.
And so
yeah,
is mine.
Mother! So, D23. That was August 14th to 16th down in Anaheim. This was huge. It's kind of crazy how much Disney controls, like, their own little corner of geekdom in general.
Yeah, it was huge, but I didn't hear about it until you guys mentioned it.
I'd only heard about it because I've been really following Kingdom Hearts 3 news very closely, and from there it kind of exploded out into everything that they kind of unveiled.
That makes sense.
They really held on to a lot of, like, the hardcore information, though. So they just, it was like, hey, we talked about this, but y'all don't get to know because you weren't there.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't even know D23 was a thing.
I wonder if this is their first year, honestly, and it makes sense for them to do it. I mean, they had a bunch of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, it seemed to have come out of nowhere. I don't think it's gotten quite the attention that, say, San Diego Comic-Con or E3 gets yet, but it'll get there because it's Disney and they're going to keep buying properties. Let's be real. Yeah. One of the big things they talked about was, of course, Star Wars. They released some concept art. Apparently Star Wars is going to be in Disney Infinity 3.0.
They're going to have, the figurines are going to be from the original series, the prequels, the new movies are going to have stuff, the Clone Wars cartoons are getting some of the figures, and they're just kind of doing everything that Star Wars has ever put out. They're putting the figurines into Disney Infinity 3.0. And that's kind of exciting. They're also doing a few other things. The new Disney movie called The Good Dinosaur, that's going to have a few things. We're getting Peter Pan. I guess that's kind of cool. I mean, if he can't fly, that would be super duper disappointing, but I don't know.
Well, it's Peter Pan. I mean, his thing is flying.
Exactly. If he doesn't fly, that's just, you're wasting an opportunity.
Not necessarily.
Is Tinkerbell a thing? Because he can't do it without Tinkerbell's fairy dust.
That's very true. I don't think Tinkerbell has a figurine yet.
And Happy Thoughts.
Yeah.
And of course.
Yeah, I mean, that could be his whole plot is trying to find his happy thoughts. He's a depressed little boy, maybe.
Yeah, I can see it.
He doesn't have to fly.
What I was most excited about is the new unlockable. So in the Disney Infinity games, whenever you buy all the figurines, you get some kind of special item. It's been like a lightsaber. In this one, when you buy all the figurines, you actually get Sora's Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts, and I think that is just like the coolest thing.
Yeah, but you have to buy all of the damn figures. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, but people who have been doing this, they're going to have everything from, 1 and 2 already for those unlockables, and then you just, start buying all the stuff from 3.
Still, that Keyblade better be really fucking good in that game.
Exactly. I think you get the King Mickey outfit from Kingdom Hearts 3, too, so you can give him the Keyblade and just kind of run around and smack things as King Mickey.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd be cool with that, but I don't want to just throw my money at Disney.
Yeah.
I wish I could just buy it, because I would. I would buy that Keyblade, and I would just run around hitting things with it all day.
Yes, but then you wouldn't be, feeding the Disney machine there.
It's not like they really need the money.
But they want it, and that's the point.
Oh man, do they want it.
That's how they become part of the 1%, Amanda.
Points. These are all good points.
So I mentioned Star Wars, and I forgot about this, but they did announce that there's going to be a Star Wars park in Disneyland and at Disney World.
It seems like
they're going full bore.
It seems like from what I've seen that and it's still like really early production, but they're just kind of revamping original rides, like Space Mountain.
They always do it. They always do that.
Yeah. So they're not making new rides, they're just redoing, current rides in a Star Wars theme, which, it's cost effective, I'll give you that. Theme park rides are really expensive, so...
I'll be impressed when they get rid of the measles.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not to say that they couldn't make new rides easily. I mean, Star Wars definitely isn't going anywhere, so they can make that a permanent part of the park.
I think the issue might honestly at this point be space.
No pun intended, but yeah. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I guess they could buy more land or something.
I'm waiting for Disney World to open up on the moon.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
That would be sick.
Wouldn't it just be like that episode of Futurama?
Yeah.
Some kid will escape from the freaking globe dome and go suffocate or whatever happens in space.
See, that's how it starts.
Eventually it'll become like Rick and Morty's Blips and Chips.
Oh god, yeah.
Yes.
Blips and chips! Yeah.
Oh man. And
So they also had some Marvel news at D23.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it's concept art for Doctor Strange, which is super exciting.
But
Awesome.
they're not letting us see. I'd be more excited if I could see it.
Yeah, that's one of the things they're keeping a tight lip on.
Yep. But it's out there. That's the good news.
Where the hell are our hackers now? They'll leak all this shit all the time anyway. Where the hell are those guys? Where are they now? Leak all the shit that's not important, and Doctor Strange concept art comes out, and they're like, fuck you guys. Picky motherfuckers.
I think that might be part of why this expo kind of came out of nowhere, really. Because if you think about it, if general public isn't, too aware of this, then there's not going to be a lot of people going in and getting footage and stuff like that.
The whole thing's really shady to me.
It was surprising how much information didn't get leaked through it. Yeah. I mean, normally this kind of stuff happens, and next day the internet is just aflame with all this stuff, and they really were able to keep a very tight lid on everything. I know that some exclusive first footage of Civil War was shown, Captain America Civil War, and there's pretty much nothing on it on the internet. And they were able to just kind of clamp down on everything that happened at D23, except with what they wanted released. And that was impressive in and of itself in this day and age with all the technology.
Which is why it's so shady.
Yeah, it's, but that's Disney for you. If it's not shady, it's not Disney.
No one's going to see us in like 2 days.
Right. Where'd Amanda go? Who's Amanda? I don't know who Amanda is. Yeah. You don't know who Amanda is. I don't know who Amanda is. We don't know.
Okay, so another thing they talked about that I was really excited about was their new animated movie that's coming out called Moana.
Yeah.
And this is going to it's going to feature the first Polynesian princess for Disney. If anybody's not familiar with it, it's set 2,000 years ago, and Moana, main character, decides to go out on her own and find out why people from her island are no longer sailing the seas, which they used to do. And on her voyage, she finds the once mighty demigod Maui, who is voiced by Dwayne Johnson, and they go on a, little adventure.
That sounds kind of cute.
Yeah, a lot of people are comparing it to Lilo and Stitch.
Oh.
Kind of naturally, I think.
My first thought was Mulan.
Yeah.
I thought Pocahontas.
White people.
Why aren't my people sailing the ocean? These white people are dangerous. Point taken, thank you.
Probably. But it will be CG. It's not going to be 2D animation.
I'm so tired of CG.
But it's going to be. The quote says it's going to be kind of a painterly style CG. Not quite sure what that means, but unfortunately, it's not going to be in the cool new CG animation they developed for their Paperman short, which was really good. And it was almost like a half 2D, half 3D animation.
The painterly CG is probably kind of like what they did with the latest Legend of Zelda kind of thing. They did like a watercolor look to it instead. It's probably just more of an artsy way to do it.
Oh, okay, I gotcha, yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be watercolor, I'm just saying it's going to be more artsy that way.
Yeah. I think it's cool that they got Dwayne Johnson, though. It's very fitting. Yeah. He is Polynesian,
Yeah.
And I don't think... Has he done any voice acting? I don't think he has. I can't think of anything.
IMDb that shit.
I will. Good. By the power of the internet.
Good.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with it, though, because there's so many ways you can go with it. So, I'm excited.
I expect them to get caught in the storm.
I think that's a given. If they don't get caught in the storm, I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Just...
Oh, okay, apparently he has done a few voices. He's been on Family Guy as himself. He's been in Transformers Prime and Planet 51, which nobody cared about.
So who's voicing the little girl, main character?
I don't know. Dwayne Johnson seems to be the only one they've kind of announced. Because he's going to be the one that... I mean, he's Dwayne Johnson. He's going to sell the movie.
Princess. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. More secrets.
Yeah.
So, Amanda, I know you're chomping at the bit to talk about this. You want to talk about some Kingdom Hearts 3 news?
I do.
Take it away.
So, at D23, they did release some concept art that showed Sora flying on the back of Baymax from Big Hero 6. And it was the official introduction that Big Hero 6 will be included in the new Kingdom Hearts 3 game, joined by Tangled, and we've also seen a little bit of the Hercules world coming around again, this time above ground and outside of the Colosseum, so they just keep adding stuff every game to Hercules' world.
Yes.
Exactly. You're going to get to fight a Titan, and like a big rock Titan. I think that's going to be really cool.
Hydra?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so. I think they're going a little bit bigger with it. But in the concept art, you see Sora on the back of Baymax fighting what appears to be an evil version of Baymax. And so the leading theory is that Baymax was somehow manipulated by the darkness or copied by the darkness, and that's going to be the premise of that world. It is set after the events of Big Hero 6, so that it's, and it'll be set in the San Francisco, Tokyo world they've built.
San Francisco, I think?
I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
It was really odd. The other leading,
awesome.
there's a lot of rumors going around about the other worlds. People are hopeful for a Star Wars world, and honestly, I don't think there's enough time. They're, getting really close to finishing the game, and, worlds take a long time to produce. I think the more realistic thing that could be happening is Frozen. I'm not excited about it. It'd be interesting, but I think it would be one of the more boring, easy worlds to go to.
I would be surprised if it didn't show up somehow.
Maybe just like summoning Olaf. I think that would be really
cute,
cool.
Yeah.
They always have, some of the more cutesy summons, and I think that he would fit in very well, and it would be very funny. They tend to make the summons, fairly entertaining. Stitch was a summon before he was actually included fully into the game. Mushu was a summon.
As long as I don't have to go back to Little Mermaid Planet and fucking dance, I'm pretty much okay with anything.
Yeah. No more water levels, please.
Yeah, for the love of God.
Oh. It was fun, like, the first song, and then after that I was like, I hate this place. Why am I here? And then even the first one, they had Atlantis, just maneuvering around was such a pain. Yeah. And then you had to fight stuff while trying to maneuver around, and it's like everything is fighting below me, and I'm all the way up here. I don't know what I'm doing.
So
no more Atlantis.
If they're going to be adding Tangled, what do you think about that? How do you think they could play that?
They have said that it's after the events of the movie. Although you do see the tower in the video that they've shown, you do see like Rapunzel's tower. So I think maybe that's just like your landing point, and then you end up like going into the city. Maybe. I don't really know where they're going to go with it. I mean, what kind of plot line's going to go with
going
Tangled?
into Frozen?
Maybe. I mean, the worlds are Tangled and Frozen are supposed to be set like within the that same time frame.
Yeah, you see Rapunzel in Frozen, at least the back of her head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Eugene's with her too.
I think him over Rapunzel would be a great party member.
It's honestly going to be Rapunzel with a frying pan, and it'll be interesting too because she's going to have the short brown hair. They can't do long hair if they're doing the events after Tangled.
Right.
And that's all the toys that they sell and everything. They always have the long blonde hair. They never do the short brown hair. So it'll be interesting to see how they go about that. So,
frying pan Keyblade confirmed?
Oh,
I hope so.
Be awesome. I want to see. I want to see Flynn Rider and Aladdin throwing down, because they would get together, get along so well.
Yeah.
Oh, they'd get into so much trouble.
Yeah. They're both impulsive liars. Very good thieves. Yeah, they would fuck some shit up.
Yeah. And the end of Tangled, it seemed like Eugene really was still up, managing, up to his own mischief in the castle. He's just, different levels. So, and Aladdin too, kind of in the, the next movie. So I think, and they both became princes from nothing. So yeah, they'd get along really well.
Yeah.
I want to see Maximus. I think that it'd be really fun to, fight alongside Maximus because, he's this kick-ass horse.
When I talk about a kick-ass horse, Road to El Dorado.
Isn't that DreamWorks?
It's DreamWorks.
Yeah, but still a kick-ass horse.
I still haven't seen that movie.
David.
I know.
Oh my God.
I don't want to get into it because y'all are going to lynch me. I didn't like it, really.
I respect your opinion, Amanda.
I think maybe I just watched it, when I watched it when I was really younger, and I don't know, I didn't like it then. It doesn't say that, I might not like it now that I'm, a grown-ass adult and stuff.
So you can get all the innuendo in it.
Exactly. I think as a kid, the reason I didn't like it is a lot of that stuff just went straight over my head, and I was like, I don't understand what's going on.
I have definitely seen plenty of GIFs of the of that. What's her name? I don't even know her name, but Dem Hips.
Dem Hips, man.
And Dem Lips, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah. I think maybe I need to watch that movie again as an adult.
I think it's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
The mighty Netflix.
Ooh. Alright. So, is that it then? Is that all we have for Kingdom Hearts 3?
I could go on and on about it, but,
yeah.
stop me while you have a chance.
Okay. Alright, well, then I'll take this opportunity to, we're starting a new segment. I think David mentioned that at the beginning. Calling it Lay You Down by the Hearthstone. Ooh.
Ooh, baby.
Before we get too into this, though, we're going to start off. For those who don't know, Hearthstone is basically WoW's online card game. For those who don't know, WoW is World of Warcraft. Now you know.
The more you know.
The more you know. Anyway. Hearthstone, it's free to play on battle.net. Download it. It doesn't matter if you know anything about WoW or not. It's super fun.
It's very addicting.
Very addicting. Completely free. You can always buy packs of cards, or you can just win a bunch of games and earn gold to buy packs of cards to amp up your decks. Anyway, this Monday, which will be last Monday when this comes out,
yeah, unfortunately,
their new expansion is coming out called the Grand Tournament. And Davey, you know about the Grand Tournament more than I do in the terms of storyline for WoW.
Right. So in WoW, in their second expansion, Wrath of the Lich King, you go to the continent of Northrend, which is where the Lich King had his army of the Scourge, which is undead army, basically. And so you go up there, you kick the shit out of the Lich King, all that stuff. But they released a patch later on for the Argent tournament, and it was just a little tournament where they were, storyline-wise, they were trying to put together a tournament where they could call on, champions from all over the world to come up to Northrend, test their mettle, and, see who could join in the fight and everything. So they're kind of bringing that back in Hearthstone, and the way they're doing it is that the tournament continued on after the events of the expansion, and it kind of became a little bit more silly. So this expansion has a lot of humor in it. There's one minion called Evil Heckler. When you play him, he says, "Your mother was a Murloc." Which, they have a lot of humor in Hearthstone anyway, but they seem to be doing a lot of humor with this. But there's a couple of new mechanics they're going to release. One is Inspire, where you use your hero power, something happens with the minion. A lot of them are really good. Some of them are pretty basic. And then Joust, which isn't actually named Joust, but basically either when you play the minion or he dies, you and your opponent reveal a random card from your deck, and if yours, random minion I should say, if yours costs more, something happens. It's a little unreliable, but a lot of them have really good effects.
Yeah. So yeah, it's an expansion of 132 new cards. They just recently revealed them all on Facebook. And what was that website? Hearthstone?
Yeah, Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Hearth, PWN.
Which we can add to the show notes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to take a minute to talk about two in particular, which is Varian Rin, who is for the warrior class. He's a 10 cost minion, which, by the way, if you didn't know, you basically use, what was it? Mana gems. Each turn you get one more until you hit 10, and then you use those to summon different things based on what the card value is. Varian Rin is a 10 cost card. We don't have very many of those in the game. He's got a battle cry of draw 3 cards, put any minions you drew directly onto the battlefield, which is freaking amazing, honestly.
Yeah, it's crazy good. And he's 7/7, so he's 7 attack, 7 life. And he is a legendary, so he's going to be kind of hard to get, but he might be a staple in a lot of warrior decks.
Yeah. The other one is the Mist Color, which is for the Shaman. Oh. Damn it, David. The Mist Color makes all your minions on the field or in your hand in your deck +1/+1.
Yeah.
Which is insane. I wonder if, like, does that effect negate when he dies, like a Stormwind Champion, or?
I don't think so, because it's not a static effect, it's a battle cry. So, battle cry meaning when you play him, it happens. So, you play him, it'll trigger the effect and give all the minions in your hand and deck +1/+1.
Holy crap.
Yeah, this one we're going to see a lot of. It's another legendary.
Imagine brewmastering him.
Ugh. Returning him to your hand and playing him again. Yeah. That's going to be a little silly.
That'd be amazing. But finally, what we have for this, they recently released patch 3.0, and all of like the hardcore Hearthstone fans just took to it. They okay, and went through everything they could find on it. And they think they found files for like co-op playing.
Right.
Basically, before like your version of co-op there was no co-op. It was just PvP. Sometimes you could PvP with your friends, but now it seems like you're able to team up together to do basically raids. It looks like actual fight bosses. And
just a rumor, though.
It's just a rumor, but I mean, it is like they have found files that are like audio files. Well done, you've defeated the boss together. Both players win. Or the audio file, defeat Gearmaster Mechazod together to win. So we're looking this. Well, I guess we'll have to wait till the grand tournament comes out for us to really know. But that might be coming with us.
Yeah, and I'm really curious how they would go about laying that out on the actual interface, especially on the phone. Because you can have a mobile app on your phone or tablet, and it has the same exact layout on the PC, and you can play with people on the PC, which is really nice. But I don't know how they would kind of change the board to allow for 2 players. So it'll be really interesting to see how that works.
So yeah, that's basically all I have for Hearthstone this week. We went into this in great detail in our last episode.
Yeah, which you can still listen to. A lot of people haven't. So if you could, please do. Episode 4, Blizzarama. Anyway. So let's move into the geek news. Mother, tell your children not to walk my way.
What you see and what you say, Mother.
You want to talk about Candle Cove?
Yes, thank you for the introduction.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot of information on it that I could find yet, but apparently Sci-Fi is going to make the popular creepypasta Candle Cove into a TV series. It's going to be called Channel Zero Candle Cove. It'll be from what I can read, it's going to... Each season of Channel Zero will feature a new story, with the first season being based on the creepypasta Candle Cove by Chris Straub. There is no, as far as I can research, there is no release date. I've even seen rumor posts that it got canceled, but I've only seen that in one article, so I'm just gonna ignore it, I guess, pretty much.
So it's kind of similar to what American Horror Story's been doing, where each season is like, kind of maybe the same characters, just a brand new storyline, right?
Yeah, it's being compared to American Horror Story and True Detective.
Oh, cool.
I like that. It gives the show, you can use one season and then, it's done, and then you can start something new, and it kind of keeps everything from getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to be featured in a Candle Cove story on another channel soon, hopefully.
Really?
I'm just waiting for him to he needs one more voice actor, I believe, and then he's going to edit all the audio together. And this is only his second story, so it might take him a little bit, but yeah.
That's fucking cool, though.
That's fantastic.
I think they should bring back Are You Afraid of the Dark? Just saying.
Even if they brought it back just only for the Halloween season, I would be okay with that.
Or you could just subscribe to Mother Creepypasta.
That too.
Yeah.
So another geek news. It sounds like there's going to be a new DC show coming out called Powerless, with kind of a different spin. It's about normal people living in a world of superheroes that work at an insurance company.
Which would suck.
It's an awesome premise, though.
It is, though.
So good.
Because that would be such a bad business to be in, honestly, if superheroes and supervillains were real. I mean, there'd be no way to make money, essentially. Unless your insurance premiums were through the roof, but,
Yeah.
We go back to a bartering system.
Exactly. But it seems like it's going to be kind of like The Office, very satirical, very, kind of humorous, kind of getting away from the super serial drama that they've been doing with, Flash and, Green Arrow, Supergirl. And those shows are great and everything, but it's kind of nice to see them doing something different, something a little bit more fresh.
Oh, yeah. And I like that they're going to do something humorous, because a lot of DC lately has been very dark, at least on the movie side.
The TV show, too, to an extent.
There's a lot of humor in, The Flash and stuff. Not so much in Arrow.
And we're going to have to see where Supergirl goes, which side of it falls into.
Supergirl had better be light and, somewhat funny.
I hope so, because that's what makes The Flash such a great show, is that while it does get serious, it's always very, there's always an element of funny to it. Mm-hmm. And Arrow just really kind of doesn't have that. It's kind of super serial all the time. And that was refreshing in a comic book show. So I really hope that this does, get past the pilot, and, that we have, it's going to be essentially The Office with superheroes running around outside.
Right. Now, so this is going to be part of the CW, DC universe, right? Not because the movies are their own thing, and then, the Flash and Arrow, and, what is it, Something of Tomorrow?
I'm not sure because
With the Atom and stuff?
it's actually NBC producing it. It's not CW. So it could hook up more with the movie universe rather than the TV show universe.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna watch it.
No?
Nope.
If it's tied to the movie universe?
No, since it's NBC,
What's wrong with NBC?
they canceled Constantine.
Ah.
You know they're gonna start this? Fuck that.
By the way, did you hear Constantine is actually going to show up in Arrow?
I did
He's
not.
not completely going away, so he's still going to be around.
There's hope.
He fit in with Arrow fairly well too.
Oh yeah, it's kind of the
Very.
same vibe.
Yeah.
And since they've been getting into Raj Al Ghul,
How are you
Territory.
doing with Sense8, by the way?
only a couple episodes in.
It's a
I
trip.
didn't. Yeah, it's a trip. I didn't want to shoot ahead because I really want to watch this, with Amanda.
Oh, okay. 2 days ago, it got renewed for season 2.
Woo!
Sweet.
So I'm super stoked.
Yeah, so far the cop is my favorite character. I think I dig.
Oh, Will?
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I dig morally
Yeah.
sound heroes, basically.
My favorite character is Leto. The actor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's like hilarious.
It's very, very adult.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. I swear to God, though, it's Tumblr's wet dream.
Yeah. To be honest, you know what? I have to say, it was at least the first episode was pretty heavy-handed.
Yeah.
With gay pride and everything, which I'm not against or anything. It was just like, okay, we get it. Like,
David, how do
What?
you think all the gay people feel about all this heterosexual normativity being thrown in their face their whole life?
well, that's a fair point.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now I sound like a dick.
Yeah.
Intolerant douchebag. Anyways, I can say those things because I'm married to you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And I could say those things because it's a free country. And I'm your friend, and I don't really... It's a playful thing.
I don't give 2 fucks about 4 fucks.
No, I was completely serious when I said it.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no. I just like messing with Davey. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's like my life
It's
goal.
easy.
Yeah. It brings me joy.
It's your own fault, David.
That's okay, Amanda. It's one of my greatest pleasures to annoy you, and so
Exactly.
it's mutual.
Exactly. See, it's
Right.
just revenge. That's all. Married life.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. We don't do that.
Oh no.
No, we do. We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I was like, really? Really?
Yeah, apparently some couples, when they play games together and stuff, they go easy on each other. I don't know what kind of fairy tale land they live in.
Yeah, no shit.
It's my
It's like if Marc...
Alright.
It's my goal to
We're
not
way
just
off
beat
track.
you, but just smash you into the ground. That's my goal when we play games.
We're way off track, guys.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah,
that's my fault. I'll take the blame.
Bad Mark.
but yeah, that's pretty much it for this show.
At the end of every episode, we do like to wrap up things with an inspirational quote. This week's quote comes from the magical J.K. Rowling. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside of ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. J.K. Rowling.
All right, this has been the Bizzarp Podcast, a part of Bizzarp Network. Oh boy! Fuck. Oh boy! Have a magical time. Now don't go giving your money to DreamWorks. I'd like to thank Mother Creepypasta for sitting in on this episode. Remember to check out her channel at youtube.com/Mother Creepypasta. Great stuff. So anyway, until next time, live long and prosper.
Bye!
Bye!
Bye-bye.